Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to our channel today. I appreciate y'all being here. And if you're new to the channel, if you're finding us for that very first time, welcome. It's great to have you. And our topic for you today, it's the 3 A's of gym sales. It's the 3 A's of gym sales. And for you folks that are leading a sales team, you're coaching a sales team, you're onboarding a sales team, any kind of that involvement, this is going to be a great place to start. This is great foundation building for you. And if you're currently in sales and maybe it's not happening like you want it to, this is a good place to look, a good simple, solution for how you can improve and how you can go to that next level. Now, before we get into our topic today, just a quick reminder, that my focus, my mission here in the channel is I want to be able to provide as much information as I can, to as many people as I can, across all regions. And the best way I can do that is when you choose to subscribe to the channel, when you choose to like the videos, when you choose to offer comments, when you choose to share the information. So if you've not yet done so, now would be a great time to do it. Hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it. And then to learn more about me, learn more about my company and how I can help take your business that next level, be sure to check out those links below. And for you folks that are looking to open a new gym, for you folks that are currently in business with an operating company, that you need operating capital, or you might need funding for additional marketing, additional payroll, additional staff, equipment, things like this. We can help with financing and funding. We have programs that are personal loans, that are business loans. We have factoring programs. We're going to have a program for everybody. And the two that I'd point to you probably initially is, we can provide funding for up to $400,000, and the simple qualification is it's a credit score of 680 or better in all 3 credit bureaus, and it's a minimum income of $50,000 per year each of the 2 previous years. And then the second option for you, if that is not a fit for you, is our business financing. And the way that simply sets up as far as basic qualifications is you must be in business, so we need proof of being incorporated, and then most recent 90-day bank statements. And of course, on those bank statements, the larger that gap between the income you're taking in and your expenses is going to help you qualify for more. And on those programs, you can actually qualify for between $25,000 and as much as $2 million. So if you're looking for funding, check out those links. And with that said, let's jump into our topic here today: the 3 A's of gym sales. The 3 A's of gym sales. And so number 1, it's attitude. Okay, attitude. Winning attitude. Is the glass half full or is the glass half empty? One of the big secrets of so many things, and certainly this, it's mindset. What is our mindset? Do we have that positive expectancy to win? Are we operating with urgency? Okay, but we want that winning attitude. It's how we look at this. Okay, and one of the things that I can share with you, what's one of the great things about this industry is that what are we at 8 billion people on the planet? And I think for the most part, I think it's safe to say there's nobody out there that doesn't want to look better, doesn't want to feel better, doesn't want to live longer. And it's up to us, to make this important. It's up to us to, pass along that winning attitude to what they're looking to do. So attitude is number 1. It's the thing you kind of base everything on. Bad attitude, that's about as destructive as anything you can possibly get. So, do some attitude checks. Sometimes it's who you choose to associate with, can really affect, what your attitude is. Number 2 on the 3 A's is your approach. Okay, it's your approach. It's the process. Okay, look at your process. Do you have a telephone inquiry script? Do you follow it? Do you have a defined sales process? Do you have a defined process on how you present membership programs? A defined process on the second sale, the third sale? How about getting referrals? How about the outbound call? These are all pretty common things. And you can research the channel here. We have numerous videos on all those topics on how to do this. But this is process driven. This is basics driven. It really is the fitness industry. From a selling standpoint, it really is a business of basics. Okay, you want to make sure your approach is tight. You want to make sure it's in place, and you want to make sure it's being followed, because if this is the straight line of that approach, of that process, you get off just a little bit, it's not too far off here initially, but you got a whole new direction you're going all of a sudden. So really take a good look at that. So That's number 2 on our 3 A's of Jim Sales. Number 3 is activity. You have to take action. Okay, you have to take action on this. Okay, and what level of action are you taking? And the action, new leads every day, outbound calls every day, contacts every day, setting appointments every day, confirming appointments every day, prospecting every day, producing new leads every day. You have to take action. Okay, it's one of the keys. You can have all the great ideas in the world. Okay, you can make a list of 100 great ideas, but unless you're willing to take action, it's not going to do any good. You have to have this high activity level. And one of the questions that I suggest you ask yourself when it comes to that activity, okay, because one of the things we know to be true, we see it all the time, is that salespeople, for the most part, they only spend about 20% of their time doing something that's going to result in a sale. Okay, what if you can double it to 40? What if you can double it again to 80? What happens then when that happens? Okay, you exponentially start to grow your sales. So ask yourself this question: is what I'm doing right now going to result in a sale? Is what I'm doing right now going to result in a sale? Simple question, right? If you can answer yes to that, you're well on your way to having the kind of action level that you need. Okay, if you can't, you need to reevaluate. Okay, what am I doing in the course of a day, and how can I change that to something that will result in a sale? So take a look at the 3 A's: attitude, approach, and activity. Make this part of that foundation building to really take your business and your sales production, to an entirely new level. So again, folks, my name's Jim Thomas. My company's Fitness Management and Consulting, and appreciate you being here at the channel today. And for those of you that have not yet done so, take a moment, please, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it. And then to learn more about me, learn more about my company, and how I can help take your business that next level, be sure to check out those links below. And again, for you folks that are looking to open a new gym, or if you have an existing operation, you need working capital, you need money for expansion, for maybe new locations, maybe marketing, staff, equipment, things like that, we can help with financing and funding. Be sure to check out those links below, whether it be personal loans, business loans, or factoring programs. We're going to have a program, pretty much for anybody. And if you're new at this, you're just getting started, one of the best places to start is in the personal loan category, where you can receive funding for up to $400,000 in funding with a minimum credit score of 680 or better, and then minimum income of $50,000 per year of the 2 previous years. And then if you're in business and you want business financing, the simple qualification is proof of incorporation and the most recent 90-day bank statements. And the wider that gap between the revenue you're bringing in and your expenses on those bank statements can help you qualify from anywhere between $25,000 and $2 million in funding. So if you're looking for funding, check out those links below. Appreciate y'all being here today, and we look forward to seeing y'all in that next video.